Hey mamas, and welcome to the Entering Motherhood podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Marie Bilger, a wife, mom of two, VBAC mama, and doula. Join us every episode to learn from professionals, special guests, and moms just like you, ensuring that you know what you need to know and discover things that you didn't know before. I believe in you. Let's doula this, and let's navigate the transition of entering motherhood together. Hey mama, this is another episode of the Entering Motherhood podcast. This specifically is a doula talk episode, which if you don't know, we go live on Instagram every Tuesday around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And by we, I mean me and Katelyn, who is the co-creator of our signature Own Your Birth childbirth education course. Please go look at that if you are looking for a childbirth education course. It's our signature Own Your Birth self-led online comprehensive course, and it is just packed with all the information that you will need to be able to feel informed and empowered as you navigate this stage of pregnancy and leading into birth and even the postpartum period. So we are so excited about that course, and we have been chatting and having these doula talks to provide you with more information to really own your birth and have information that maybe you didn't know or refresh your memory on things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you ever have any topics that you feel like you would want to add or hear, if you have any questions, then please reach out to us and let us know so that we can include it in these episodes and in these conversations that we are having for you to really feel informed and empowered. So let's get this episode started. Hello. Happy Tuesday. I am so excited and happy to be here and be talking with y'all. And we're going to be talking about our partner's role in birth and even, pregnancy and postpartum and what that can look like. I'm going to add Katelyn here.
Hey, Tia.
How's it going?
Good. So for those of you that know, I have been super busy the past few days. So don't mind me. I had my postpartum overnight shift, and then I had 2 births, and then I had another postpartum overnight shift. So I am happy and excited to be here, but if I mumble my words and I'm not quite here, that's why.
You're doing your best. That's all that matters. You're doing great.
Exactly. But yeah, so we're going to talk about partners' role in birth. And I was saying too, pregnancy and postpartum and just, all of that together and what that can look like and how partner can be involved during the whole process. But yeah, so during pregnancy, a lot of times partners are like, what can I do? How can I prep? What can I be doing? And they can be preparing for the birth just as much as you. They can be learning how to advocate for you. They can be learning about all the different, processes of birth and how they can prep and how they can support you. They can be, feeling the baby and talking to baby. They can be playing music or singing or anything like that. Like you can still be interacting with baby as a partner and still very much be involved in that process. And then, like I said, just preparing for birth and learning what birth looks like, what it's going to be like. When I'm meeting with clients and the partners are there, they're like, well, what do I do? How can I prep? Or what is there for me? And I think, just educating yourselves on the birthing process and figuring out what all of that looks like and what to expect is just going to be so beneficial, because when mom is in labor land and can't really respond and isn't able to, fully be as alert and aware as she would like, then you can be there to be advocating for her and be doing these things and helping out. So that's, really important to know and be able to do. The partner can be there to really be helping and advocating and knowing, what their preferences are and what their, hopes and dreams and wishes and everything are for the birth. And so when our partners are fully aware of those things, it can just make it that much easier to know what to do in different moments of labor. And so, and so connecting during pregnancy, being there, being an advocate, and like we always say, as a doula, I am not replacing your partner. I am not there to, take over or take their place, but I'm there to help, assist and direct and answer questions and be that additional advocate, but the partner can be doing a lot of this stuff as well. Obviously, if they're not trained and has the experience and everything, then they won't have like all that full knowledge, but they can be learning to really step in and help out during all of these things.
Yes, partners are a huge asset in birth, and I think it's important that they prepare, honestly, just as much as moms, because I think I had mentioned it last week, but like partners tend to want to be the protector, be the helper, but a lot of times they don't know how. And so having that communication with your partner, but also having them involved in the planning and the birth prep, involving them, letting them join in on the like the childbirth education course and like communicating with them about advocacy and what you want, and then bringing them to the appointments. I know that can be hard if they're working, but if you can plan it to where they can come as well, that way they get to know the provider as well as you do, and then they can get a feel for them. Having them meet with the doula, all of that, like just involve them in every aspect of pregnancy and birth, because that's going to help them to understand more, because you can't expect them to know if they haven't been involved.
Right.
And I think that's
Yeah.
something that I forget sometimes, like just with my husband, I'm like, well, why don't you know this? Well, because you haven't told him, ding dong.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean, like, yeah, fill them in on that's what I was saying too, like your preferences and like all of the things that you're hoping to get out of birth, because then they can be almost just, that second version of you that
mhm.
is really there to help support you in, whatever avenue that looks like. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we talked about this. She wants to touch her placenta afterwards, or she wants to like feel the baby crowning." Like they're already aware of all of these decisions and all of these choices, so that when it comes to it, it can be like, they're calling it out or they're reminding you, or like they know you deeply. And I think like that's what's a little bit different too with partners versus, as a doula, we come in and we get to know you. We try to, know you in a short period of time and we meet you multiple times, but we don't know you like your partner does. And so your partner has that deep connection with you. Get all the oxytocin going. Sometimes I step out and I'm like, "Hey, mama," like, "Hey, daddy," like, "You guys need to just spend some time together, like, have a conversation, maybe go make out, and, like, get all that, like, oxytocin going," because, like, maybe that can be, like, the thing that just pushes you a little over the edge and gets you, to the finish line for birth. And I think, like, I can't do that as a doula. I'm not sending you all those, like, love hormones, but our partners can do that, and it just feels so different to have, that really, really supportive, loving presence.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's really important as a partner to just be, like, sharing, like, all of that love and pouring into the mom, because, it's just gonna help the process so much better.
Yeah. And I think a big thing, like, you know, as far as the partner's role in birth, if I could just way oversimplify it, like you said, that presence, just be 100% fully present for her and supporting her however that looks. Like, however she wants to be supported, be there 110%. Like, don't have any distractions, don't have anything, set aside. Go ahead and set the expectations with your boss, or if you own your own business, like your clients or whatever, and be like, when my wife's in labor, like when we have this baby, that's what I'm doing. So if I'm not answering the phone or I'm not there, that's what's going on.
And like
Because
then let that bleed into postpartum too.
Mhm.
And like I always say, like, sometimes partners are like, well, what can I do? Like if mom is breastfeeding and like, getting up with baby or things like that, it's like, oh well, what can I do? I can't feed the baby. It's like, well, you can change diapers, you can feed mom,
Yeah,
you can,
wash the dishes.
sure that like you can make sure that she's being cared for if she's
Mhm.
caring for baby.
Yeah.
And so like really, just stepping in and seeing where where things need to be done. If you have older kids, obviously, like, tend to them and like take that time off, like see what your work is able to give you off. Or like you said, like if
Mhm.
you own your own business, like allocate for that, like
Yeah.
make your clients aware, like, hey, when my partner goes into labor, like this is what I'm doing and this is
Mhm.
where, we're gonna be.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times there's like this fear almost of, because I just feel like the society does not honor the partner's role in birth and postpartum as much as it should be. Like paternity leave is this like unknown thing in the US. But I feel like that narrative is starting to change a little bit. And just by setting those boundaries, not only are you letting people know that they can't walk all over you, but you're also showing them where your priority lies. And, that's with your family.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. 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 I think, partners can do so much more than you might think. And their role is so, so important in
mhm.
pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, and just beyond. Like you are becoming a parent as well, and you are
Yeah.
stepping into this, and it's both your baby and also like keeping that relationship with your partner
Yeah.
and keeping that communication and just, being there for each other and present
Mhm.
for each other and like you said, like just being there, just
Yeah.
saying like I'm here, utilize me, like how
Yeah.
can I help?
Yeah.
I think can go a long way. So
Yeah. And we also have a whole lesson on partner prep in our course. So if this is something that you have enjoyed, that you're interested in, and y'all are looking for a childbirth education course, let us know. Send us a message, comment, however you want to do it. We will be glad to send you the link. The course is live and going, and it is so good. So good, y'all. I mean, I'm a little biased, but it's really good.
yeah. Yeah, there's so much there. And like I said, like I
Mhm.
think it's important for partners to, take that childbirth education course too
Mhm.
and be fully aware. It's not just
Yeah.
stuff like, okay, maybe, the hormone changes or like focusing on your nutrition and stuff like that. That might be like solely for you, but partner can be doing those things too. Like I always
Yeah.
say, like the nutrition aspects are great during pregnancy,
Mm.
but you can continue those and just keep up with that, in life in general,
Yeah.
and just like the whole family can be taking part in,
Mhm.
watching what you're eating and being more aware of your
Yeah.
nutrition. So I always say it's like great for partners to look at the whole course and not just like certain
Mhm.
sections
Yeah.
and just learn as much as they can.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Aw,
Right.
wow, this has been fun. I might go take a nap.
I was gonna say you should go take a nap. Sorry for all the tech issues, guys. I really don't know what happened. I was sitting right next to my router, so I don't know. But anyway, go take a nap, Sarah. And if y'all have any future topics you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah, and always, reach out to us, direct message us, email us, whatever form of communication is best for you. We love just answering questions and talking with y'all and really just continuing these conversations.
Yes. All right. Well, have a great day.
All
Bye,
right. See ya.
guys.
Thank you, mamas, so much for listening. Remember, you are a rock star. I believe in you. Let's doula this. Let's crank it up a notch and let's kick it into high gear together. Hit that subscribe button, share this episode with a friend, message me, email me, call me, beat me. You know how to reach me. We're doing this, mamas. I am so excited to catch you here next week. This is your one-stop go-to place for helping you find the resources you need to make the best choices for you and your family during pregnancy, birth, and most importantly, postpartum. See you later, mamas.